Hello everyone, welcome to Sci-Ease. In this video, I will tell you about what is cell made up of. If we observe cell under the electron microscope, we will find three features in almost all types of cells. They are plasma membrane or cell membrane, nucleus, and cytoplasm. So here in this video, I will discuss in detail about the plasma membrane, which is also known as cell membrane. Plasma membrane is the outermost cover, outermost boundary, you can say, in all types of the cells. And this membrane allows the entry or the exit of certain materials or certain substances in or out of the cell. So it will restrict some of the movement of some of the substances also. So this layer, plasma membrane, it is known as selectively permeable membrane. That is, it allows some materials to pass through it and it restricts the movement of some of the materials. So plasma membrane or cell membrane is selectively permeable membrane. Here, I will tell you about the movement of oxygen or carbon dioxide. How the movement of carbon dioxide or oxygen takes place in the cell. This is by the process of diffusion. First, what is diffusion then? Diffusion is the movement of the substance from the higher concentration to the lower concentration. This means when there is excess of carbon dioxide in the cell, as a waste carbon dioxide that will be produced, and its concentration is more in the cell than the outer environment, then this carbon dioxide will go out through cell membrane or plasma membrane by the process of diffusion. In the same way, when there is less concentration of oxygen inside the cell, then the oxygen, it will come in through this cell membrane, which we know is the selectively permeable membrane or semi-permeable membrane. So the movement of the gases, or you can say the gaseous exchange, that takes place by the process of diffusion. Now come to the case of movement of water across the cell membrane. The movement of the water across the cell membrane, it is by the process of osmosis. Osmosis is a special case of diffusion only. Here, I will tell you with an example that when we place any plant cell or animal cell in the salt solution, then what will happen? In first case, when there is more concentration of the water molecules outside the cell, that is the medium outside the cell, that is dilute. There is more concentration of the water molecules. So the water that will move inside the cell and Such solutions, they are known as hypotonic solution. When the concentration of the water outside the cell, that is more than inside the cell, the solution is known as hypotonic solution. And here, what will happen to the cell? The cell will swell up. So come to the second case, when the concentration of water molecules inside the cell and in the outer medium, that is same. There is movement of, no doubt there is movement of the molecules, they will go on passing, but the moment of the water molecules which are going inside the cell, that is equal to the molecules which are going out of the cell. So such solution, that is known as isotonic solution. And here, is there any change in the cell, in the size of the cell? No, there is no change. It will not swell up, it will remain as it is. Now come to the third case, when the concentration of the water molecules outside the cell, that is less than the water molecules which are inside the cell, then the solution, that is known as hypertonic solution. And what will be the result? There is movement of water molecules from inside the cell to the outside medium. So such solutions, they are known as hypertonic solution, and here the cell shrinks. You can take the case there, here this raisins, they swell up when we dip them in water and we keep it overnight. And here you know that when we make the pickle, the mango pickle, you can say, that will shrink. That is due to the hypertonic solution, and the mango, the pieces of the mango, they will shrink. So one thing I want to tell you, that plasma membrane, that is flexible and is made up of organic molecules called the lipids and proteins. And this flexibility of the cell membrane or the plasma membrane enables the cell to engulf in food and other materials from its external environment. And this process is known as endocytosis. You know the case of amoeba. These are the pseudopodia, and here it will engulf the food particle. This is by cell membrane only. So here, cell membrane, it's very, very important part of the cell, because here the gaseous exchange that takes place, and there is movement of the material, some water or other materials that takes place through this selectively permeable or semi-permeable cell membrane. So that's all about the plasma membrane. The second feature, that is the nucleus, which is the control center of the cell, that I will discuss in the next video. Thank you.